Just have a little bit of a boogie. It's so jazzed. I love it. I feel like I'm in a...
Are you guys sick of that music yet?
How could you be?
Almost everyone here is. Major are all right. The backstage crew are like,
yeah. I feel like we're in like a little prohibition cocktail bar or something like that. Yeah, I'm loving it with the celebrations. Celebrating we are though, in style of course, with our 17th birthday. My oh my, I had an incredibly busy wake-up call earlier today, and this of course is your launch day. People have loved these, Sarah, haven't they?
Yes, thank you so much to everybody who got super early, who got up super early in the middle of the night. Do not worry if that was not you though, because we've still got some stock of our showstopper deal. If you haven't followed what we've been doing this birthday week, okay, every brand new launch that we've had our launch, and then we've kind of put some bonus freebie extras in, or some bonus bits and made a bigger deal and made a showstopper deal. Now the one today I got a little bit carried away with, I'm not going to lie, okay, there are 6 brand new phenomenal edgeable dies. We're going to show you them all in a minute. However, if you go for all 6 of them, we've got not 1, not 2, but 3 bonus gifts included with our big selection worth over £45 or $55. So we're going to show you that in a little bit. That is the launch day deal, 2 end-all launch day deals. And when you see the actual designs and the concept cards that I'm going to make, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
So many of you, there are hundreds of you pre-ordered this morning, both before the show and during Wake Up Call. It is wonderful. Do you know the hard work that goes into a launch show?
Yeah, well, I mean...
And then when you see it kind of come to fruition and everyone, we just go, whew, they liked it. We're all good. They liked it as much as we did. So, yeah, I'm excited. Now I can just relax and enjoy the show.
Yeah, it was definitely urgent. I mean, people on the West Coast staying up all night to make sure they got their hands on this launch. And also free gifts in the launch, but free gifts every single day, of course, here on Crafters TV. And today's is it's a showstopper, this one.
I know, I picked it. So the big show days that I was doing the shows for, guys, I went and picked the launches myself, the free gift. It's coming to every single one of you if you spend over £10 or $10. Like, and that's only today. So if you've ordered another day, or if you're thinking about holding off and ordering tomorrow or whatever, it is literally only orders today. You will get... Sorry, I pinched through the free gifts. Only orders today, you will get this in every single order. Now,
if you're spending over £50 or dollars, of course, you'll also get this exclusive paper pad. But it's a while stock last situation, isn't it, Sarah?
This one and the next one coming up. These 2 amazing pens.
You get a £10 voucher in there as well to use through November and December. You get both of these when you spend 50, but you spend 100. Oh yeah, you're going to get these 2 in there as well.
You'll get these 2 amazing pens. They are exclusive colours. They were made just for birthday week, and I'm going to tell you now, it's the sort of thing whereby maybe you've already had an order earlier this week and you're putting another one in today because you're desperate to have these edgeables. These you will get. It's the same gift. This changes every day. £50 or £100, the same gift that you get. However, beautiful papers, phenomenal pens. You're going to use them so much, you're not going to mind.
And you'll get £28 off to use through November and December when you go for when you get £100 or $100 worth of stuff in your car. I love that we just put it in there as well. You don't have to pat your head and rub your tummy and jump through a hoop or any of that malarkey. You just pop it straight into there, which is brilliant. If you're ready to get your order placed early doors and then sit back, take the weight off, enjoy the rest of the show, now would be a great time to do that. And if you want to, pop yourself across to the website, because that is where absolutely everything is for you. So you can see here, craftscampaign.co.uk.com.eu. That is where you're going to find everything you need to know over there. Hit the shop the day button or the shop the show button, and there you will find everything you need. And also, you know, birthday, a great opportunity to get yourself stocked up on loads of brilliant things as well, because we've got pretty much deals across everything. So, you know, all your different adhesives you need to stock up on, cardstock, tape, pens, all of that. Get yourself stocked up whilst you've got those double points, whilst you've got free gifts. Remember, there's giveaways in every single show as well. We're giving away another £25 gift bag in this show and another £25 voucher, as we are doing in every single show. Also, there is a grand prize which will be drawn on Sunday. So everyone that wins in show will go into that draw to win £250 worth of amazing goodies, but also a £250 voucher on top of that as well. It is already busy on this amazing brand new launch. The details coming in here on the screen for you, $89.94 or $101.70, but you're getting £45 or $55 worth of amazing freebies, which I'll take you through in just a moment's time. We're talking about 6 die sets here, Sarah, but that's actually 18 dies for that price. That's huge value, isn't it?
No. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right back to basics, okay? So there's a lot of people have started watching Crafters TV through birthday. In fact, if you are one of these new people I'm talking about, please will you tell us in the comments? Because what we find is all these lovely new people are absolutely terrified to write anything in the comments and chat to us. We try and incentivize you guys by saying if you write in the comments, then we're going to pick someone who comments at random and we're going to give you something for free. So you're going to get that £25 or $25 gift voucher and bag of goodies, okay? Now, what I will say is, for those of you who maybe is brand new, maybe this is the first time you've experienced edgeables, okay? Back in the olden days, right, when I first started crafting, we used to get border punches. So you used to get a lovely design, you've got this border punch, and so you used to have to punch on there, right? What we've done is we've modernised the border punch and made it into a die, right? So if you look at these, for example, this might have been a beautiful border punch. This is what's actually inside the border, right? So you can see all of this idea cuts away. This cut stays on the edge of your card. So this is the actual design here, right? So you can see you would punch it on the edge, it stays connected in your card, but cuts this lovely border, right? You would pay $14.99 or $16.99 for a border punch, guys.
Right.
In this set of 3 edgeables, this border punch cuts this. This one cuts you this. You would never get anything that elaborate in a border punch. And this one is absolutely massive. Would have been 25 quid for just that border punch, right? So you get all 3 of these. So you're basically getting a 3-pack. Now, each one of our sets, I'm calling them triple attack edgeables, okay? Because can you see they can be used individually or as a threesome to make these beautiful edge borders. So with that set there that I'm showing you, these are the pretty laces, okay? Look at this gorgeous card here. Look at that, Joe. So basically,
that's a whopper, isn't it?
Oh, I absolutely love this one. Big kudos to Alison who made this one, right? She's cut down the side of the card with the biggest one, right? Then she's done a panel for the front out of craft card with the middle size one. Then she's done that lovely thin strip in the middle with the tiny one. I'm saying tiny, it's still a decent inch long size. Gives you that full size. So if you have a little look from the front, that is all 3. That is a full-on triple attack edgeable with all 3 of those edges built in. So that's your first option, guys, which is your pretty lace, right? I'm going to put that to one side because I'm going to be using that in a bit, right? There are 6 sets. You're going to choose which one you like, or you're not going to choose and you're going to go for all of them, okay?
Everyone so far getting all of them together, Sarah, in the show.
It makes sense when you see what we're going to give you, okay? Well, you can see on the screen, it tells you. Right, elegant opulence. These are your 3. This here, Joe. Absolutely. When you see the wave shapes that it cuts, wait till you get into me demos, guys. I'm not going to lie, right? I'm going to blow my own trumpet today. My demos are absolutely awesome. I am just so thrilled with the techniques I get to show. These are the most techniquey edgeable dies we've ever had, right? So that one there's your Edwardian Chic, for example. I'm actually going to be showing you how to do an easel card. But I'm not just doing a regular easel card like this. I'm going to go triple attack easel card with extra cuts on the bottom. Wait till you see it. Can I say, this card here is from this set. This is the one that I made in Wake Up Call today, right? So we did this beautiful cut down the edge, love this, and then we layered up 2 different ones on the front here. Look at them there. Now, we tipped these with the new beautiful shimmering pads as well, and I just think it takes it to the next level.
Ooh, got those on the show for you today as well.
I'm going to be showing you all of these. We'll be showing you everything, okay? This one here is Modern Mosaic. This is Joe's favourite, right?
It is indeed.
This one in itself really well lends itself to the easel card. I'm actually going to be showing you this, a beautiful dome-fronted card, so I'm going to be teaching you that a little bit later on. Remember, if you've got any requests in as well, get your requests in there. This, I did a card with this in the earlier show. I'm going to show you it, and actually, I might do it again in this show because I just love how simple it was, right? Let me know if you were watching the earlier show, guys, right? We cut into both sides. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see that.
Amazing.
Yes. Look at that beauty. Now, if you had to buy the edgeable, guys, just for that, crikey, if you were buying that as a punch, 20, 25 quid just for that one. Same here, you can stack them all up, right? You're going to actually layer them all up there, no problem. One more set to go. This set here, it's called Flowers and Swirls, right? So this is the beautiful swirly set. Now, I love this card, Joe, because it was really nice just to see how you can take simple, this is the middle size one, this is the simple one just used on the edge there. They would lend themselves really well to a little bit of ribbon threading as well if you wanted to. Or go whole hog, guys, lay them up like this. Now, oh yes, look at that on the inside.
I didn't even spot that bit on the inside before.
Me neither. How fantastic is that? Craigie, Lisa who's done this one. Lisa, that there, I tell you what, why would you ever do an inside of a card regular when you could do that now there, Joe? That is just next level. There's loads to show you guys. I'm actually going to get ready for my first demo because I've got so much to get through. But I think you're going to love these. And here's the thing, right? Go for all three. I chose this as my bonus buy for the day, which means you get 100 bonus points extra. So if you're a platinum member, guys, you're paying £71. You're going to get double it. You're going to get 140 bonus points because you get double points. Plus, you're going to get the extra 100. So you get 240 points today on this one if you are a platinum in the UK. If you're in the US, it's 81.36, which means what? You get 162 plus the 100 bonus, 262 bonus points, and you get 3 free gifts. I'm going to let Joe walk you through the 3 free gifts, but there are only 3 free gifts while we have 3 free gifts left to give you, aren't they, Joe?
They are indeed, because the linen cardstock is the one that we don't have as much as we would like of. So it's a case of getting it whilst we've got it. We'll bring it back, but you will not get the same value. If you're ordering right now in the show, you're one of the next 168 people to order, then you absolutely will be able to get the linen cardstock too. Also, Sara's put these together with these dyes in mind for you, so you know it's all going to work together beautifully, which is great. So this is your Country Lane luxury linen cardstock. That's coming included for you. You are going to get the vellums as well. Now, the vellums are absolutely stunning. I love how they really take on the colour of whatever you're putting them against. So that was against the red. Put it against the blue, totally different feel, which is amazing. So you've got 6 designs there in your vellum, and you are getting, how many sheets are you getting? Oh, good question, Jojo. You are going to get 24 sheets, I thought so. So 6 designs, 4 of each there in the vellums, which is beautiful. A whole host of different designs in there, all going to match beautifully with, of course, the amazing luxury cardstock, but also this, your 12 by 12 Country Lane Sara signature paper pad. Beautiful, this. Very floral, so that means it's a timeless one really, this, isn't it? So lots of nice big bold florals, we've got some smaller patterns in there. The layering, as they are on all of our most recent paper pads, is stunning. There is so much depth of field in every single one of those sheets. You're not paying for that, you are getting it included. You are also not paying for the vellum, you're going to get that included. And if you're quick, if you're one of the next 162 people, you're not going to be paying for the luxury linen cardstock either. Don't forget about double points as well. Don't forget about the free gifts too. So loads of great reasons to get a hold of this. If you've got any questions, maybe you want to get in touch, then reach out. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. Lots of you chatting away already as well. But any questions you've got specifically, get them in and I'll pop them across to Sara, but I know we've got absolutely loads to get through. What we don't have loads to get through though is stock with that linen cardstock included. It is ticking down, very, very busy, straight off the bat in this amazing launch day show. We're going to be with you here for the next couple of hours too, so squeezing as much inspiration as we possibly can. And then, of course, remember, down the line, you'll have a craft along, and you can come back and watch any of this back anytime you like across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, or wherever you're watching now at the moment, so Facebook or YouTube, of course. Lots of you tuning in and saying hi. Tina says it's brilliant. Carrie says I ordered these, can't wait to get them. Christine loves them. Janine says it's all beautiful. Coletta as well is absolutely loving the texture of these too. And Janelle says I can't pick my favourite. Well, if you're not picking your favourites, if you're going for the whole collection, it unlocks far and away the best value too. Right, Sara, where would you like to start?
Okay, so I'm just going to go straight in and I'm going to do the easel card. Because I'm just going to tell you now, I've got so many exceptional cards I want to make. Easels are incredible, right? I'm going to show you right from the beginning, in case anyone's unsure. I'm going to work with a piece of A4 craft card. I'm going to go do a craft card easel, right? So watch what we're going to do. We're going to score this at 6 inches, right? And then also, the little bit that's left over, I'm going to take from the 6 and I'm going to score it at the 3 inches, which would be the halfway point, right? Notice I've turned it around because A4 card, look, it doesn't quite get to the edge there. It's not quite 6 inches, right? But I'm going to make a 6-inch base card. So look, it's going to be a tiny bit short, but that is okay. Do not worry, right? And then if we take this over here, take it to the 6, put the cut down there, and basically you've got what's going to be the perfect base to an easel. So that folds up there, and that is going to form the base of our easel. Now, it's up to you whether we're going to go this way. I think I'm going to fold mine over this way here, right? So here we go. If I pull that up, that's going to form the basis. Now, I want to cut beautiful detail down here. So all we do, Joe, is I'm going to use, these are the flowers and swirls ones I'm using, by the way. So I'm going to bring this in, I'm going to pop this along the bottom, and can you see that line is going to die cut off the base of your card. Now I love this because it's slightly tapered to the edges, right? So I'm going to take that there, pop a little bit on. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it in our machine. I'm going to slightly tilt it like this so that it doesn't cut all at once, right? And I'm going to go with my clear, my magnetic, my top plate as well, right? Let's tilt this, and I'm going to send that through the Gemini. Now,
Andrea, a lot of people let me know how many points they've got. Andrea's got 9,000 points. Wowzers, love that.
Well, I think she's going to be platinum for the rest of her life.
Absolutely, you'll be a platinum for a long time. And Trish, isn't it brilliant how you can score on the guillotine? So handy.
Makes life so much easier. Now, that I'm going to do on here, right? Then look what I've done is I've taken another sheet of card and cut it to 6 by 6. And then I've just used this die to cut once at the top and once at the bottom. Now, instead of you watching me do that, here's where I've done it.
That's
cut
awesome.
Once at the top, once at the bottom, right? So I just wanted to show you, instead of you watching me do loads of cutting out, you've seen that die cut beautifully once. Can you see what I've done here? I used a little bit of the gilding flakes on the top.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, we're looking good, we're looking good. I'm actually going to take it next level though, Joe, right? I'm going to bring in a little bit of shimmer. Now, we've got the tropical blue or the frosty mint. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of frosty mint, right? And then watch this, right? These are the new shimmering pads. I want you to see how we take them to the next level, right? Little bit of ink onto your ink applicator, and I'm just going to, do you know, you won't be able to see this, guys, round here, but we can. The shimmer in these ink pads, you've got to get these home. Has anyone actually received their ink pads home yet that's watching?
That'd be good to know, wouldn't it?
That would be really good to know if it is, because if you've already received your ink pads home, I'm going to tell you now, you will appreciate what we're talking about. You please tell everybody else how the shimmer is just off the chart, right? Now, I've just added a little bit onto there. I'm also going to go on and I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer over top of the gilding wax, and it will actually colour the gilding wax as well. Not the gilding wax, the gilding flakes. This was your free gift, guys, if you were shopping last Tuesday.
Ooh,
We've done some good free gifts, haven't we?
Free gift every single day, which is amazing. Very, very busy, Sarah. Those are shimmer ink pads as well. We're down to double figures on that collection now.
I need you to understand as well, guys, that's not just us running out of the bonus extras that we get. That is, you know, we keep saying, we've basically spent all week running around trying to give you bundle deals. We did have 10 colours of the shimmer inks when we launched. 4 of them have completely sold out. We're now down to a 6-piece bundle. Those 6 we did have a lot more stock of. However, because we brought more of the popular colours, what we knew were going to be the popular colours. However, when those 6 have gone, it's the raspberry that's going to sell that out. I don't even think there's enough of the others to do a 5 or a 4-piece set. That's kind of going to be the edge of the end of that one.
Frosty mint, amethyst, raspberry, tropic blue, peach rose, and starlit sky you'll get in there. And remember, £20 or $30 worth of freebies that you're going to be able to use in conjunction with your ink pads too. So snap that up. I think is it 80 now left there, Johnny? 80 indeed. So you will need to be quick for that.
Right, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to now do this as a stand up here, right? So I'm going to do this as my easel card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this over there, but I don't want all of this base card to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this. Can you see? I can see how much ink. So when I lie this over top of the front, right, that is going to line up on there. And if I just turn this over with my scissors, I'm going to trim off pretty much to around about here. Yep, does that make sense?
Indeed.
So when I trim this off here.
Less than 150 now of these to go around. I think we knew it's going to be busy, Sarah. I think it is actually going certainly a bit faster than I was even anticipating. It was very busy earlier also.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate though, guys, don't panic, because it's not just the edgeables that are going to sell. We've got plenty of the edgeables. It's if you want all 3 of our free gifts. That's what we're limited on, is the all 3 of them. And it's actually not all of them, it's just the linen cardstock. So if you know you definitely want the linen cardstock as your freebie, then you've got to be one of the next 149 people to check out. If you're not bothered about the linen cardstock, if you're not bothered about having that freebie, don't panic, you can take your time.
Dilly and dally.
Who's not bothered though? Who's ever not bothered about a freebie, right?
Well, of course, because the paper, Sarah, they were £15 or $20, so absolutely make sure you grab a hold of those.
Oh, I know. They're my papers, Joe. I picked them for everybody. It is an absolutely outstanding deal, guys. I just wanted you basically to be able to get these home and craft right out of the box with them. Now, I'm going in with 2 of the different, so I'm going to layer up now a few of my base edgeables to create a nice, interesting piece on the front, right? So watch this. I'm going to go in, I'm going to cut this one, I'm going to cut this one at the same time, both into my base. Here we go, and we'll send these through. So these are just some smaller ones, the smaller edgeables on what is just basically a different, some different styles of card to layer all of these up, right? So a little bit into there. Now, I've stuck with the gold because of the gold I'm using. How awesome is that card looking, by the way? And all it is craft card with a little bit of gilding flakes on. By adding that, doesn't it make all the difference, adding a little bit of that sheen on the bottom?
It's awesome, and you could bring any of your collections in now, couldn't you, and pop over the top of that. When the base of the card is that fabulous, you can get, this is like definitely one of those collections that's going to span loads of your collections, your Sara Signature collections, your Nature's Garden collections. You're going to be able to put a little bit of a peppering of this throughout everything you already own in your stash.
I would absolutely concur, guys. Absolutely concur. Right, a little bit of tape on there. I think I have just slightly knocked you, lovely dies. You've gone into the machine there, so I'm going to just trim that to size. That is going to come along here. So now all I'm doing is I'm creating like a lovely shaped piece to go on the front of my card here, right? So that's going to trim to there. I'm going to trim this here, ready to go on the front of the card. And I'm going to take this and layer it up on the front of it. Yes, you see, this, Joe, is why they're called triple attack. Because you've got the 3 of them there on the... hang on. That, do you think with a little bit of purple on? Oh, now
nice.
we're talking. Right, where's my...
Could we cut the vellums with these dies, Sarah?
Could you cut the vellums?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. Could you cut the vellums? Totally. Yes. Those shimmer ink pads. Oh, do you know, I'm going to be absolutely distraught when they've sold out. Because that means we're not going to be able to demonstrate with these until the next shipment comes in, and we're looking at around about May time for the next shipment coming in. And I just think they're so... oh, there's just so much you can do with them. I've loved having them on all the shows this week, and if you notice, I've brought them into almost every demo I've done because they just go with absolutely everything, right? Now, I'm going to use some of the big 3D foam pads. Now, I will tell you guys, we've got these foam pads on the offer on the show or on the website at the moment. So go and have a little look, right? I think it's really important if you're wanting to stock up all things like our foam pads, our adhesives. We've got 3 for 2 on all of our core adhesives at the moment, right? Yes, I am loving that effect on there.
Those
right?
foam pads make all the difference, Sarah, don't they?
Oh, they do, don't they just, right? Now, for a nice base, okay, I've just done a little bit of matting and layering with the Country Lane pad. With your freebie, guys, you get this included with your freebie, right? However, you need a stopper, right? It needs a stopper. Now, nothing to stop you using one of your dies as a stopper, right? So if I bring in the die set again here, right? This is going to work lovely. If I can just pop this across here, I'm just using a small piece. So I'm going to use this as my stopper. I'm going to pop that through the machine. Now, actually, do you know, I'm going to pop that through that. This can go through my Gemini Mini. These dies will cut beautifully well even through your mini guys, because they are lovely intricate dies, but it doesn't matter what Gemini is, if it's a Gemini, it's going to cut it absolutely no bother. So this, look at that, so even popping them through, no problem at all, straight through.
I love how they fall out, even in the mini.
It's going to just come through lovely. They're just brilliant, aren't they? Right? So take all these end pieces out. You will be a little bit more patient, let's just say, than I am. Right? Now, I like this idea with this one in particular. Right? If you get a little bit of extra cardstock, so I just used the offcut of that gold there. Right? I'm going to use my dotty tape pen that I've put somewhere really safe. Let's just get another one there. I'm going to use my dotty tape pen. I've missed one here. Right? And I'm going to dotty it up along here, right? And now I can just go in with a little bit of that. Look at that, right? There we go. So that goes into there. That's just given me that gorgeous extra piece. Look, I've missed these two here, Joe. Lovely piece in there. Right.
135 of
Is that all that's left?
The bundle with all 3 of the free gifts, yes.
Oh, crikey, I haven't been paying attention. That's all the ones, so including the ones in baskets, right?
No, not actually including the ones that are in the baskets at the moment. We will give you an opportunity to check out before you need to panic or worry, so don't worry about that, because we don't want to miss any of your fabulous demos, Sarah.
No, you definitely don't, because trust me, the demos are just going to get more and more fabulous as we go on through the day. Look at that, right? And then I've just got a nice little congratulations that I'm going to lift up on here. Now, this is just one of the styles of cards. I've got loads and loads of different ones that I'm wanting to show you over the course of the show, but I just think these are, where do you think I should put that? Maybe it's in that corner. I just think they're so delightful, you know, and so easy to do, Joe. This is the beauty of these. There's nothing complicated about any of these cards I'm showing you today. You just need the ideas, right? And obviously all the gear. I mean, look, come on. Is that not one of the most professional cards?
Really,
and
really
having
is.
that edge tipped on there with those ink pads, I just think takes it another level. Love that.
Sophie asked, what cardstock is that? It looks similar to the vintage lace. It's a Country Lane. You're getting the paper pad included for free, which is amazing value. But there are, over the next 132 people that check out will get all 3 of the free gifts. Let me just run you through the styles that you're getting in here, then the different collections that you are getting. This one here is your Flowers and Swirls. Now remember, each collection contains 3 individual dies, and yet you can use one of them, you can use a couple of them, but when you bring them all together, you really get something very, very striking. So that one is your Flowers and Swirls, and that's going to create this for you. How awesome is that? But then, you know, use a different combination of the dies, you create something totally, totally different. I don't even think you'd know that was from the same collection, looking at those side by side. They look totally, totally different. So that is your Flowers and Swirls. We then have this one here, which is your Sensational Scallops. And that gives you this. Look at how beautiful. That is really layering those up, creating lots of dimension within there. You've got your Modern Mosaic, which I must say is my favourite. Really love all of those lines that you've got on there, and then of course being able to carry that through all the way down for your project. Then you will receive the Edwardian Chic, which is this one there. Very, very classic, that one, isn't it? Here's something that Sarah created in the show earlier, such as using 2 on the front, drop shadowing the one at the back. So many layers within there for you. That's another example as well of how you can use that. Check out that one. I love using the top die, Sarah, in the bottom layer. It just draws it down, doesn't it? Pulls it through, which is excellent. Next, we have this one. It's your Elegant Opulence that you've got just there. Really cool again, and again, a brilliant way of using that all through the card. Cut it into the back and the front to get a real wow there. And finally, you will also get the Pretty Lace. I mean, that is a showstopper of a card, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love that. $89.94, $101.70. So that is the price of the dies. Now, you can pick and choose individually over on the website. I'm going to say don't do that, because when you get them all together, or we then throw in another £45 or $55 worth of incredible goodies. Let's start with the 12 by 12, of course, all from the Country Lane. You're going to get in here 36 sheets of 12 by 12 in a beautiful set of colour tones, something that's very neutral as well. So a lot of this will play nicely with other stuff that you've got in your stash, other coloured cardstock that you might have. It's uncoated as well, so you want to stamp on it, you want to ink on it, you've got all the options there. You will also get included as well the beautiful vellums, all in the same designs that you're seeing there in that 12 by 12 paper pad, which is glorious, and it works so well with this. But you've got to be one of the next 126 people to check out if you want the luxury linen cardstock included. And that's what you do, because I feel like the luxury cardstock with these style collections, it's what pulls it all together. It's what really matches it all the way through your collection. If you are a platinum member, $71.95 or $81.36 is your price there. If you're over on the website, just make sure you're logged into Club Inspire, and then the price you see is the price you pay. It will calculate your Club Inspire discount for you, which is excellent. Now, a lot of you loving all things Country Lane. This next item, the Star Buy, was incredibly busy in our earlier wake-up call. Now, what you've got in here is a brilliant selection of goodies that normally, if you bought them individually, would be £135. Today, it's £40, saving you £95. The value is equally good if you are shopping in dollars as well, I would say. In here, you're going to get your flower forming foam. You've also got your flower dyes in there too, and the stamens that you need. So everything you need to get cracking and create some gorgeous floral projects. Then we also have this one here, which is your perennials in pots. As you can see, something quite stately home about those, isn't there? This one here, that is your hanging signs and vines. Brilliant for putting your own little handwriting in there. Maybe you're congratulating someone on their birthday, or maybe you want to put one of your smaller sentiment stamps in there. You've got the option to do that. This one here, that's the garden gateway. We're also giving you this, such a versatile die, that one. It's your dusk till dawn. Some really nice scene building dies and stamps in here too. So that one there is cottage window. You're also going to get idyllic meadow. Some beautiful smaller embellishing dies here with the swirled butterflies. This one's super handy. That is your light up the lane. Some beautiful frames in there for you, a glorious border, and we'll even throw in that amazing cut and emboss folder for you too. It saves you £94 in the UK, $116 if you are across the pond, and of course you're all going to be using your Club Inspire discount too. Could you do a slimline card with this new launch, Jeannie would like to know, Sarah?
Oh yes, definitely. So do you know what I would do? If you're doing a slimline, it's taller than 6 inches. These are all repeatable edgeables. So you could actually do a slim line and add one die and then do the next die underneath it. That would work a treat. Definitely.
Brilliant. Any other questions you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. A lot of love coming in for that last card that you made from Joy, Mary, Sybil Jane, Rita, Stephanie, Laurie, all of them absolutely loved it. You've seen nothing yet. Honestly, I managed to get a sneak at Sarah's demos earlier. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I tell you what I'm going to have to do, guys. I'm going to have to go quite quickly. I've got a demo that uses all of the cardstock. That's your freebie as well. So I've had to move this one up because chances are the cardstock might sell out during the show and then I won't be able to do all the demos with the cardstock, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Joe's favourite set. So these are the modern mosaics. What I'll do is after I've shown you this one as well, I'll show you the concept suite. Right? Now, you've got the large, the medium and the small. If you're only going for one set, guys, I would say this is the one to go for because these are such versatile designs, okay? Now, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to start off, I'm going to do a dome fronted. So I'll start off with a base piece of card. Let me give you the exact measurements. Yeah, 5 by 7. 5 by 7 is the base piece of card here. And I'm going to take this nice simple one and just cut it along the very, very top of my card, right? So again, all you're doing is you're popping it onto place here. We're going to hold it in place with a little bit of tape and we're going into your base plate. We're going to go regular sandwich, send it through, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and it takes about 9 seconds and we're good to go, guys, right?
119 left, Sarah. You can see them ticking through very, very quickly now.
It's dangerous for you, isn't it, when they put it on the top of the screen?
119 opportunities to get all 3 of those freebies. Saying 3 and 3 next to each other is very tricky when you're from Essex, you know, Sarah. It is
quite, I can imagine it's quite tricky. Let's have a little look. I might add a little bit of blue onto the top of this one, right? So all you're doing is adding a little bit of ink and again, just topping it. Oh, yes. I'm going to be topping all my cards with ink pad at the moment, Joe, whilst I still can. Did you say less than 100 of these left? Of the
less than 70 now.
Less than 70. Okay, well,
really
don't say we
quickly.
didn't warn you guys, right? So that's going to be the base of my card. And then I've also got a lovely little bit of that 12 by 12 card that I'm going to pop on there. And what I'm going to do with that one is I'm going to use green on the green to give like a really nice subtle pit. So if you ever want a subtle finish, right, here's your Frosty Mint. Use your round ink pad for this one, your round applicator. And look what I'm doing. I'm adding the ink, right, and I'm actually moving the card. So I pick up the ink, and I'm moving the card around. I'm not going all around here because otherwise you waste a load of your ink moving it around your glass mat, right? Whereas if you keep all your ink in roughly the same place, all you're doing is using the ink that you just need on the cardstock. We're not wasting any at the end of the day, right? So it's just a nice little tip there that I always like to give people. Now look at that there. I love this idea that you can do this. And you can just add this. So basically any way in which you would normally use all of your watery active inks, you can use, oh look, I can add a little bit of blue on there now.
I think we almost take for granted, don't we, how well that the Spectrum Noir inks move and blend. Like,
Yeah.
this is difficult to achieve with a lot of ink pads, isn't it?
It is. People don't realise quite how difficult it is to get that in the performance of these. I mean, look at that. It just adds that. In fact, I'll try showing you this to the... Oh, no, maybe it's the overhead can catch it. Can you see there? There's just a little bit of shimmer on the side. So when it catches the light,
Delightful,
you just
isn't
get
it?
that tiny little bit of shimmer coming through. I do think it makes all the difference, right? So that is going to go onto the front of our card. And I'm just going to use some regular tape. Tell you what... The amount of people who've gone for that wholesale pack of tape pens this week has been absolutely crazy, Joe, right?
Now you'll find that on the Shop the Show or Shop the Day page. It's basically like we're sort of wholesaling them with a wholesale discount, which is amazing.
Pretty much. Right, here is that cardstock that I was talking about, right? Now, here's the thing, okay? If your card, which it is 5 inches, look what I've done here. I've cut this one another inch wider, right? Put a score line on each and then left an inch to wrap it around. So that what you have is, when I take this, that wraps around to give me the little bow at the front, right? And I've done that with both of these. So we've got exactly the same size, but 2 bows in the 2 colours that are going to perfectly match in, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop our edgeables onto these. So now I'm going to use the 2 bigger sizes, Joe. So I'm going to go with the blue for my lovely big one here. And can you see this is right? This is wider than the edgeable. That is correct, guys. And I'm going to show you how we trim that off at the end as well, right? Only need a tiny little bit of tape for this. So I'm going to pop that down there. In fact, I'm going to go 2 little bits of tape because I don't want it to move. You notice in my last card, it moved a tiny little bit. We don't want that. There's a reason why we do the best low-tack tape in the industry, guys. It's because I want you to use it on all your projects, right? So if I pop this one on here now, and then I pull this over here, and I'm going to just get these couple of bits on here too, just to hold these in place as well, Joe.
Gita says, I couldn't resist the Country Lane collection to go with the delicate lace edgeables with the free paper vellum and card. Yeah, because you're getting the star buy at a 70% discount, then you're getting the vellum, the card, and the papers in this deal too. You've got pretty much a whole collection there.
Well, yeah, do you know how I would be seeing it, Joe? I'm just going to pop this a tiny little bit further in, right? So the way I would be looking at it is I'm getting £45 or $55 worth of free card and paper in with my main bundle. With that 45 or 55 saving, that will buy you the rest of the collection on the fantastic bundle deal that we've got it on today. That's the way I would be looking at it.
Yeah.
You can end up with these and the whole Country Lane collection thrown in, right?
Amazing value, isn't it? However you look at it.
Now, if I lift this off here, right? So how this works now, you're just going to come in with your scissors, trim to here, right? And then trim off the end of here as well, right? So that is going to give us, in fact, you know what I might do? I might take this round, I might take this all the way down here, and then take my wrap like that. Yes, that's going to be nicer. And then take my wrap up around there as well, right? So there's my first piece. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with that second piece. And I'm just going to trim that down at the edge and trim it down at this edge here. And then I'm going to tip them with a little bit of ink again, Joe. And I'm going to add the tipped ink, and then I'm going to wrap them around the card.
I love this. It really reminds me of Brighton Pavilion. Have you seen it, Sarah?
Yeah,
it's like a
you've
really
said that a few
interesting
times, haven't
shape.
you?
Really interesting shape building. It's got a sort of Maharaja feel almost to it, I think this could have, which I love.
Right, so there's the first one. And notice I'm adding a little bit more extra. I'm not getting too, less is more and you can keep adding to it, right?
We're down to double figures, Sarah. Hold on to your craft counter. 40 minutes into this launch day, down to double figures. It's been such a busy week, isn't it?
And I'm just going to keep saying again, don't panic, folks. It's not the edgeables. We have thousands and thousands of these edgeables. It's just if you want all of our free gifts in with that showstopper, then you've got to get it, right? So, and to be honest, why wouldn't you? Because for the sake of missing out on 2 or 3 minutes of watching my demos to get you through the checkout process, it's not worth missing out on the freebies and then having to buy just the bundle on its own. Yes, you see, that's what we're talking about, Joe. That's the look. That is the depth and the look I was after with this.
The tone on the blue is amazing because you've got just that shimmer in there. It's just giving you that little bit of glisten.
It is just fantastic. Honestly, those ink pads, please, I'll maybe, oh, look at that. Johnny is one step ahead of us. I was going to say I'll maybe see if I can get them up on the bottom of the screen for you.
Here
They're
are.
on the bottom of the screen.
There's only 65 of those left to go around. It is going very quickly. It'll be gone today at this rate. Frosty Mint, Amethyst, Raspberry, Tropic Blue, Peach Rose, Starlit Sky, but then £20 or $30 worth of goodies extra in there and stuff you're going to want to use alongside drink pads, which is handy.
Right, so what I'm going to do with these is that is going to wrap around here and around. Yes, now you're talking, you see. So all you do is you pop your tape down these parts here. And my top tip always with dome-fronted cards, guys, is you want tape to tape. So you want tape on the receiving side and tape on the sticking side, right? So we'll go and stick the first piece down. And then we come and stick that next piece down as well. And when you look at it from the front now, that will give you that lovely dome-fronted piece. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful.
And then literally all I've got is here, got this lovely sentiment. You are surrounded with love. And I'm just going to tip that. Oh, yes. I love just tipping that with a little bit of the ink. So I'm going to tip that with a little bit of the ink. Once we're tipped with a little bit of that ink, Joe, that's going to go on the front with a nice 3D foam pad. And then if you're going for the, what's the word that I'm looking for, Joe? If you are going for the Country Lane Extra collection, these butterflies are from that set.
But it's so handy, these, aren't they?
So, and they're just a lovely finish to anything, right? They're really nice, like, nice, beautiful swirly designs, right? So
they almost look like they match, don't they? These beautifully lacy edgeables as well.
Do you know, it's good luck, not good management. I'll be really honest, guys. Right. It's but it's worked out really well, is all I can say, right? So I'm going to layer up that butterfly so we can get a 2-layer on the butterfly going in. That butterfly is going to stick onto the top corner of that project for me. There we go. And then one of my 3D foam pads. Yes, here you are. You are surrounded with love. And I've got a lovely little ribbon that we can add onto the bottom. That was a nice, quick, very simple card, but just shows you what you can be doing once you've got all of these edgeables in place. Look
Amazing.
At that there. Now you're talking how far, and totally different to that first. Look at that. We're only 40 minutes into the show. 2 completely different looks to this. And actually, I'm saying this too. Do you think it's a good time now for me to show them all of the
yes,
concepts?
Please.
Right. Okay. So let me get my concept basket out. Okay. Now, this was one way of doing your beautiful dome-fronted card. This is another way. So this is if you want to dome it with the acetate across the front. Take your edgeables up the side, right? I love doing the cards where you're going to cut into the front and back of the card. And someone was asking about slim lines. You could repeat this on the tall one for doing it as a slim line. I mean, it's going to cut into the front of a stepper card, and you've got the stepper bits in there. This one, I love the idea of doing this, and cutting into the back of your card as well as the front. I mean, that's just clever. That is really so effective. This is very similar to the one that I did for you in Wake Up Call. We also did a Z-fold card in Wake Up Call. If you didn't see it, go back and watch that show, Z-fold. It looks even more effective, I think, with that set of designs than it did in my... This is why you need all of the designs, guys. I challenge you, people who can choose between these for all of these different ones. I mean, I wouldn't be able to choose between the 6 of them, and when it's something this useful. And bear in mind, if you want to just pick 2 or 3 of them, you absolutely can. If you pick all 6, 3 free gifts and double points and 100 bonus points on this one.
How
it really
would
is
be
fab.
fixed to mix and match across the different collections, Sarah, with these? Is that something we could do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And do you know what? What you'll find is the different ones. So you've got to remember it's our same designers work on everything. We've got a core team of incredible designers who've illustrated all of these and designed them all up. They're the same teams who are working on the Sara signatures, that work on all the paper designs that we have. So they are knowing to make everything we have work together across different ranges and collections. So it's not by accident, guys. When you pick this, you know, I picked this up and thought, you know what, I'm going to do all my samples with the gorgeous Country Lane, because I love that Sara signature collection. So that's what I've had brought onto the show today. But it's exactly the same. You pick up any of the other collections, you'll find they just work beautifully with all of them.
They do. An absolutely stunning collection. And I think it shows you here, not just card projects, as you said about extending them earlier as well, Sarah, so it means you can do so many different things with them. Remember, if you are ordering right now, you will also get those incredible vellums. You are going to get, of course, the amazing linen castle. This is the bit that we're running low on, and that 12 by 12. And there's a lot of you with this sat in your basket at the moment. I know Sarah's got loads more inspiration still to come for you, but why don't we give you an opportunity to check those baskets out? So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp, get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Surprise! Well, knock me down with a feather. Crafters Companion is turning a sensational 17. And boy, do we have a celebration for you. We are bringing the razzle-dazzle and putting on the glitz for a fabulous and flamboyant affair, and you're all invited.
From the 17th to the 30th of October, we'll be shining the spotlight on a glittering array of spectacular new launches amazing offers, and so many show-stopping surprises.
Head on over to Crafters TV for a toe-tapping Tinseltown party with live fun and crafting goodies every single day.
Cocktail hour is already in full swing. So visit the Crafters Companion website to find out more and of course join the fun.
So incredibly busy. So many of you are getting yourself checked out, which is amazing. Let me take you back through again then the 6 brand new dies that you are getting in here. So this one here is the flowers and swirls that you've got just there. Absolutely glorious, and these are the kind of things that you're going to be able to make with that very die set. We then move on. This one is your sensational scallops, which is that one there. Isn't that beautiful? Really, really stunning. Then this one is your modern mosaic, which is, I'm going to say it, I don't really have favourites. This is definitely my fave. Absolutely love the shape of that one. Next up is your Edwardian chic. Which is this one here. That's a glorious card that Sarah made in the earlier Wake Up Call show. And again, giving you a completely different idea of how you can put that together, because that, I mean, I know I've said it before, looking at the samples, but you wouldn't necessarily even know they are from the same die set when you put them together. And I think that's brilliant, because what that does is it shows you the versatility that you've got. You want to be able to make as many different styles from one set, because that's what gives you such great value for money. Elegant Opulence is that one there, and again, you've got the different layers in here, and we've also got your Pretty Lace, and your Pretty Lace giving you exactly that you can see just there. That is an absolute showstopper of a card. The lovely Jane has made that one. It's glorious. $89.94, $101.70. That's what you'd pay if you bought them individually. So I know what you're thinking. You can joke. Well, how is that a great deal? Well, it's a great deal because you are then going to get £45 or $55 worth of freebies in here, by the way of the amazing vellums from this particular collection, and they are a glorious selection of vellums that you've got in here, all going to beautifully match the 12x12 paper pad that is here. 36 double-sided sheets in here for you. Florals, so you know it's going to play nice with lots of other things in your stash. You've got loads of depth to the imagery within there. Some of it's quite realistic, quite lifelike. Some of it's a little bit abstract too. So it's a really nice mix of styles in there. A really good stash builder, this one. So you're going to get that included, but the next, how many? 70 people will also get the linen cardstock. Now, the linen cardstock on its own, that's actually worth £15 or $20. So it means that you're going to be able to get that included. So I'm going to got to share with you what happened. I sort of was knocked off my stride there because Johnny goes, "What demo is this? Getting the tin foil out." And then Sarah produced a lunch out of it. I was like, that was really funny, really, really funny. The next 70 people that grab a hold of this, that get themselves checked out, are going to get the linen card. So I wouldn't want you to miss out on the card. So once that goes, the edgeables are fine. We've got more stock of the 12x12, got more stock of the vellums for you, but I want you to get that luxury linen card. So I want you to get the best deal possible. $71.95 or $81.36 if you are a platinum member. Double points, remember. Don't forget about free gifts as well. Today's free gift is awesome. You're getting that amazing creator card. There it is. The Village Chapel is what you are getting. And remember, of course, you're going to be spending over 50 here as well, aren't you? So you'll also get the 6x6 paper pad and the £10 voucher as well. So loads of different reasons to shop with us. Lots of love coming in for that last card. Catherine's I'm a big fan of the edgeables. This is a stunning collection. Sharon's got this in their basket and checked out. Connie said, I knew the birthday event was going to be fabulous. This is really so much more than I thought it would be. Loads of you absolutely loving all the feedback I've had about this birthday event has been absolutely amazing. It's getting busier and busier and busier in this launch day show. Grab it now whilst you've got that linen cardstock included. 69 left, under 70, so make sure you are grabbing a hold of them. Right, we've still got over an hour to go. That means shed loads more inspiration, sorry. tomorrow, doesn't it?
Oh yes, now I did promise everyone, and don't worry, I've had a couple of mouthfuls of my lunch. We're all good to go. Do you know, it's when you're on Wake Up Call and then this show, Joe, and then they scheduled some Zoom calls for me in between. I was struggling. I was on a Zoom call with me Rivita and egg mayonnaise, and they were like, "Oh, you're peckish, Sarah." I was like, "Yes, I am peckish." It takes a lot of energy to do all these shows. Right, can I just say, one of my favourite cards to do is the gatefold, and you can either do a gatefold or you can do a fold back gatefold. Now, fold back gatefolds look really tricky. However, there is a cheat way that you can do them, right? So let me just show you. If I get a couple of sheets of white stamping card, I get my guillotine in, let me show you the way to do a cheat fold back gatefold. Have I got my Scoremaster? Yes, I have. Let's just go properly and do it on our Scoremaster, right? In fact, if you're going really properly, we'd do it on our Ultimate. Let's do it on our Ultimate. Right, got a deal on the Ultimate at the moment. Right, when you're using your Ultimate, it's got all the exact right measurements, okay? So what you can do is you can come and take, oh, I've only got my small pointy tools on here. Let's have a little look. I'm going to get me, nope, I'm not going to get my large one out there because it's not in there. Right, here we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go half fold A4, right? And also gatefold A4. And what that will do is it will score the card first of all in half, right? So we get that perfect score in half, but then it also scores this part in half as well, right? So you get that perfect kind of what we call a fold back card. Now you need two of them, right? So we're going to go, even though we're doing a gatefold, do not worry, all will become clear. So you want half fold and then your gatefold. You're going to score it first of all in half, right? And then we're going to go in half again with this one. And you're going to fold this back on itself, so we have a fold back card, right? That is, guys, why I use the Ultimate, because that line is in exactly the right place. If I try and give you it in inches or centimetres, it's not going to be 100% accurate. This is 100% accurate. So if you're ever using A4 cardstock, guys, the best thing you can ever use to score it is your Ultimate, right? Now, this is 6 inches wide. Yep, it's actually one little notch before the 6 for this. I want you to cut it to the same width, right? The same depth. So 6 inches that way. And then I'm going to come exactly here. I'm going to slip that under there and we're going to cut it to the same height, right? So these here. Now, you know when we talk about making a Z-fold card, what I did show you to do is you take this bit that's come off, flip it over, and that adds onto the front to make a Z-fold card.
Every time I see you do it.
Oh, do you know, it's nice to show people, right? Let me show you if you want to do a fold back gatefold. You have your two cards, flip this one around and stick it into the back of that one, right? Then look, that meets in perfectly and you've got a fold back gatefold, right? Nobody ever needs to know that it was two separate cards. Don't try and do it in one big sheet, guys. You'll never get it accurate. Use 2 sheets of A4 and look how perfectly that has come to meet in the middle. Absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous, right? Now, I'm going to use the Edwardian chic for this. You shouldn't have favourites, but I do, and this is it. So, love the Edwardian chic. If I pop this on here, Joe, line that up like that. In fact, I'm going to take it to quite near the edge. I'm going to take that to near the edge. I'm going to hold this in place with a little bit of tape, and I'm going to send this through, and that is going to give me an absolutely perfect cut on the edge of this card there, like that. Right, so straight onto the edge here. Now you can either see if I put it through this way, it's going to cut perfectly, but it's going to deboss onto the back of the card. So I'm going to put it this way and just slightly tilt it so that we get that perfect cut as it's going through. Oh, I feel like I'm knocking out all the tips today, Joe.
You really are. Very, very busy still on the website. I know I sound like a broken record, but you guys are loving this. Edibles are always so popular. What is it about edibles, do you think, that really sparks everyone's imagination, Sarah?
It's the sheer volume of different stuff that you can do, right? Sheer volume of stuff. Now there's that. I'm going to sit and pop all those pieces out. I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. I'm going to pop this onto here. I'm going to stick that on there. And we're going to send it through again and cut the other side. Do you want me to show you? I've actually got the 2 that I've cut out here, Joe, right? So once you've got the 2, remember what you're going to do is you're just going to stick those 2 cards together in the middle like this. And you've got that edgeable cut. Here is where I've stuck those 2 cards together in the middle. One's cut on the left, one's cut on the right. That's how you get that fold back gatefold. And if you want them to meet perfectly in the middle, you need to do it on your Ultimate, okay?
Brilliant.
So, there's the tip. Now it's time to start decorating.
Jackie
them,
wants
okay?
to know if they would cut through the back and the front of the card at the same time, Sarah.
So, if you were cutting and you were going this way through your Gemini, right? Yes, it probably would.
Yep.
If you were going this way, definitely not. But this way, you might be all right. Do you know what I would do? I would do it through both layers, and then I'd take it off and I'd cut this again through the back layer.
Because then you get that
that's
lovely
the best
beveled
way.
edge, don't you? Which die cutting
That's
so
the
great.
bit I do like that beveled edge. Right, I'm going to go with a little bit of peach rose for this one. Look at this. Oh, look at how intensive that lovely peach rose is.
Beautiful,
and then just
isn't it?
bringing it in, giving a little bit of extra depth. That is incredibly vibrant.
It is. Details on the bottom of your screen for those. $35.94 or $47.94. But remember, you're getting £20 worth of freebies included there as well, which is excellent value. You'll get the Frosty Mint, the Amethyst, the Raspberry, Tropic Blue, Peach Rose and the Starlit Sky. Not only a new concept from Spectrum Noir those, but also new colours as well that are different to the Harmony range, but they're going to play really nicely with them at the same time. So really, really cool. Those you guys have absolutely loved them. I Love Craig 09 has commented in the comments.
Right? That is the
I
name,
Love
is it?
Craig 09. Yeah. We all love Craig.
We all love Craig.
Loving all the tips and tricks, so helpful. You are most welcome. Lynn
That's what
said,
we're here for, you know. You've got to remember, guys, that is our job. Our job in life is to inspire you with all these tips and tricks on all of our products. I just love it when you really appreciate it.
Lynn says, I've just realised what's causing all the high winds today. It's because Sarah is crafting. She's like a whirlwind today in this launch
Yeah,
day.
you know what I'm like, guys. I am once I'm going, I'm going. Right, watch what I'm going to do with this, Joe, right? I've taken a little bit. If there is still some of that linen cardstock for free left, guys, please get it, right? Because the linen cardstock is an absolute delight to work with. And watch this, so I'm going to cut the linen cardstock through. This is the tip I was giving you. If you cut your die this way, it will cut beautifully intricate and it'll just fall out of the die. You'll be amazed at how simple it is.
Absolutely glorious. I'll be using these as soon as I get them, trying all the designs, says Trisha. A lot of people were telling me about their ink pads earlier as well, so a lot of people actually already received them.
I was going to say, have people started to say, look at that, that's what I mean when I say it'll lift out, right?
Stunning, isn't it?
I mean, there was two tiny little bits there. And watch, I'm going to just shadow this. Oh, with the deep one behind. Yes, now you're talking. Right, you're going to lose this, Joe. You'll have to talk.
No worries. Shadi says, yeah, I've got the ink pads. Love, love, love. Who else got My Little Melting Pot? Says, the shimmer ink looks amazing on TV. Can't wait to see them in person. You're going to be in for a treat because I'm telling you, they look good on TV. They look even better in person as well. The way they play with the light is amazing. Deanna says, got the ink pads last Tuesday, received them on Monday. They are beautiful. Maggie's got them already and says they are gorgeous. Beverly says they look amazing as well. Everyone absolutely loving them, Sarah.
Brilliant. I'm so pleased you guys have already started receiving them. And do you know what? Kudos to our warehouse. They are working like absolute billio at the moment to get all of your orders out. So I'm just really pleased to hear people have started receiving their birthday week orders already. Even people in the US have started receiving their birthday week orders, Joe. Last I checked yesterday, the warehouse were up to packing Thursday's orders.
Wow.
So, so I think they'll be on Fridays by now, actually, which is brilliant.
Janine says, is Sarah's energy and excitement contagious? I love watching her. It is. I can confirm, Janine.
You come and spend a bit of time with me in here. The guys always need to go for a lie down after they've done a show.
Oh,
with
absolutely,
me.
we do. I will be having a little lie down after.
I just need you to have a moment to appreciate how phenomenal that is, Joe. Right? I mean, that, I just think, with the mix between the red in the background and the red, well, it's actually peach rose from the shimmer, I think looks absolutely off the chart incredible. And I think it looks even better if I show you to the close-up camera. Look at that.
Stunning,
yes,
isn't it?
The depth and dimension on it is just going to look off the chart. Now, remember, These are triple attack, guys, right? So I've only used the first one. If you use the second one, which was this one here, right? So I use that second one onto a piece of the corresponding cardstock, right? So you're going to use them on here. I've actually already done them and cut them out. So I've cut 2 of these out. I'm going to add a little bit of ink onto these, Joe. I might go with the purple. I'm starting to really get carried away now here with the inks. I'm a little bit gutted these are going today. So I'm going to just add these and I'm going to go back into my own little world.
Okie doke. Terry says I have so many orders. I've no idea what's in each box. I am getting a shipment on Monday. How exciting. Janelle says the shimmer ink pads are incredible. Therese says the warehouse staff are phenomenal. They really are. How do these cut vellum? Asks Rachel. We talked about that earlier, didn't we, Sarah?
Oh, they'll cut vellum beautifully. And you're going to be getting the vellum in with your bundle, guys, remember?
Absolutely you are. Absolutely. You are. However, the next 49 people that get that in their basket and get it checked out, they will get all 3 of the amazing freebies, which is excellent. That's what we want. Absolutely beautiful, says Lynn. How would these work on a stepper card, says Sam Jones.
Oh, beautifully well on a stepper card. So what you're going to do is I'll show you a stepper card on the concept suite a little bit later and talk you through all of that. So remind me to do that, Joe, when I finish this demo.
Absolutely. Yes, indeedy. Gillian says using the shimmer pads now for a birthday card, and wow, they are amazing. Miriam agrees with what we were saying earlier as well, Sarah. They are beautiful on screen, even more beautiful in person, those ink pads. And Sarah is loving all the demonstrations today. Remember, you're going to be able to come back and watch this back anytime you like as well, this particular show. You'll be able to get that inspiration on tap, on hand, whenever you need it.
Right, here's what I'm going to do, Joe, right? I've got a lovely inner to go in here, right? And then, oh, wrong one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a little bit of stamping and colouring with the new tricolours. So, you know, so I've made the base card here, right? And I'm pretty pleased with how that base card's looking. I'm not going to lie, I think the shimmer inks have given it another level again, right? But then what I'm going to do is, I want to do something nice to go on the inside of here. Now, if you go for the Country Lane Mega Bundle thing that we've got on, this is one of the stamping sets. So it's the star by on the show, this one, right? This is a gorgeous stamp and die set. Now, what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to stamp it onto a little bit of Nina cardstock. And I'm going to show you, for anybody who's missed using these new tri-colour pens that we've got, I'm going to just show you all of those tri-colours. Right. So, just take these on here. I'm going to stamp this one here. And I'm also, might as well stamp them both at once. I might as well stamp the little hanging sign as well, right? So we're going to stamp them both. Have I hung that upside down? Yes, I have. Not that it really matters because we're going to cut it out. And then you want your alcohol-proof ink pads, right? Really important. If we're going to use an alcohol ink, you want an alcohol-proof ink pad, which is what we're using here, okay? Now, the beauty with all of the tri-blend pens, you'll see, is the idea is you pick up one pen and you're going to be able to get a 3-colour blend within one pen. It is exactly the same if we're using our tri-colours. You're going to get a 3-colour blend with one pen, even though that 3-colour blend, oh, I tell you what, I've pressed a bit too hard down there. Should we do that again? Yes, let's go, let's go. Let's not get too carried away, Joe, because I am actually supposed to be pinning. We've got to cut them out, so it doesn't matter really, right?
Very versatile, this die and stamp set, isn't it? It's been really busy on that Star Buy.
Well, of course it has. Have you seen the price on it?
Absolutely loving it, everyone at home. It is a brilliant deal.
Well, do you know, I want to see if we can get the price of it up for you as well, actually, and then you'll totally understand. Right, here we go. Let's have a little look. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get some colour. So I'm going to start with my Sand Dunes, I think. Is that this one here? Sand Dunes. I'm going to start colouring a little bit of this, Joe. There you go. £40 or $50. But look at the absolutely massive saving that you get on it.
Yeah, stonking great value this, because you're getting £134 worth of products if you're in the UK, $166 worth of products if you're stateside for a fraction of that, 70% off. Adriana says, geez, I actually misread it and thought she said geese for a moment, as in like geezer. I was a bit confused. She says, geez, people needed me at work. Don't they know it's CC time?
People need you at work. How rude.
Take the phone off the hook,
how
Adriana.
very dare they, guys, right?
Peggy says, I've told myself I could watch the birthday shows, and here I am. I've just placed my 3rd order Lots and lots of love coming in for everything. The thing we need, it's been mentioned a few times, Sarah, about maybe doing a vellum masterclass.
Oh.
It's going around in the comments again today. I think it'd be a good idea, don't you?
Well, I think you get your requests in, guys. That is what we are here for. We are here to teach you exactly what it is you want to learn about. So if you're wanting to learn about vellum, then a vellum masterclass is absolutely necessary.
Carletta says, does anyone have an extra room I can have in my house, please? I need a place to store all my Crafter's Companion products I've bought. I would say give up on the cooking and just use the kitchen. There you are. I'm sure that'll go down well. Or maybe the utility room. Stop doing the washing and the ironing. Just fill that. I reckon that'll work fine. Sarah is loving the demonstrations. And Lynn says, I think this is my favourite edgeable that I have ever seen.
Yep.
This collection.
I would absolutely concur with all of that. I think that is a absolutely marvellous idea, thinking that this is your favourite one.
If you've got any questions that you want answering, you can of course pop them across to us. It's really simple. Crafters TV if you're over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Remember as well, another great show coming up a little bit later this evening here on Crafters TV. Myself and Craig or Bagel will be with you at 6 p.m. here in the UK. That's 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast for the amazing Beautiful Beginnings show. Just bear in mind as well, the clocks change at the weekend here in the UK. What that means is we're in that autumn limbo time where the hours change slightly. If you're over
we
in
changed
the US.
before the US changed. I don't know who's right. Let's not even worry about getting into a conversation about who's right or whatever. Just know that we're all a little bit different.
So the first show will be 7 a.m. So your East Coast times, is it for 2 weeks we're going to do this, I believe, isn't it? And then it all switches back. So your first show, so your show times on the East Coast will be 7 a.m, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. That means your West Coast times are 4 a.m, 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. for a couple of weeks. So that means we get an extra hour in bed, or we lose an hour this week. I think we get an extra hour, don't we?
We do get an extra hour. You fall back. You spring forward and you fall back, Joe.
Delightful.
Yeah, I never really knew what that meant when I was a kid, but they made us learn it at school.
Yeah, I always just wonder, but obviously autumn, fall, isn't it?
Autumn, fall. I like it.
Fall.
Yes. By the way, this, guys, I could literally sit and colour all of these all day long. You would lose me. If you want to watch a whole colouring show, go and watch Leanne's show from earlier this week. When did she launch these? Last Thursday. Oh, it was with you, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it was. We had an amazing launch day featuring these 2 full hours. Now, you know what Leanne's like? She's like the oracle of all things spectrum.
Oh, she is mine. I learned all sorts watching her. I absolutely loved it. Can I just show you? I've actually done a one where I've already done it and then used the cutout. So here is the one that I've done where I've actually used the, to cut them out. The die that comes with it. So you get the die set that goes with it to cut them out. So you can cut around the outside. And then I've also done the enjoy your day, dear friend. So because this is in your extras, right? This is just going to go into the inside here, and I've got my little foam pads on ready to go. I just wanted you to see how if you are going for the edgeables, these edgeables will add to and accentuate any of the other launches that you've got. And I'm not just talking any other Sara Signature launch, because they're just lace, right? It's not a case of are you into flowers, are you into butterflies, do you like this style, do you like that style? None of that. It is just a case of, trust me, they're going to match in with everything. It's just the way they're designed and the style of them, right? This just tucks under here like this. And then I've stamped on them, enjoy your day, dear friend. Now I've also got, because we've gone whole hog here, right? I've got a little bit of, you do get this in the kit. So you are going to get the ribbon, and then also if you do the foam flowers, Joe, we've got the foam flowers that you can add to this. So I'm just going to use a little bit of 3D glue gel to add the foam flower collection. And can I just say, this Sara Signature collection, the deal on this is just, it's definitely without a shadow of a doubt one of the best deals we've got on in birthday week.
And in that style buy, you're going to get the flower forming foam, the flower dyes and the stamens in there as well. If you're going for the Country Lane style buy, maybe you want to go for Say It With Flowers, because we've got that still available for you. An incredible Sara Signature collection that we launched last week. Make sure there it is in all its glory with Feathers et al. It's a beautiful collection that and makes massive, humongous statement flowers you're going to be able to keep forever.
Right, there we go. So that is if we start and bring all of our different elements together. And this is what I love about this, okay? A lot of our designs that we've done, a lot of the samples and prep we've done for birthday week, because we've got everything. So I've been using the ink pads in there. I've been using so not only have I used the Edgeable, I've used the Country Lane bundle today. I've used the ink pads in there. I've used the tri-colours in there. Every one of the cards you see us making, you'll see us incorporating all the different pieces from birthday week. So yeah, it's just going to get better and better, guys, I promise.
It really, really is. A lot of you talking about how you'd love a vellum masterclass, actually. Gita, Lynn, Kathy, Andrea, all talking about it. And Elizabeth said, my husband saw my craft room. He said, please stay with this company. Everything I see in your craft room is simply great. And I love how everything looks as well. Oh, nice.
Hey.
That's a hero husband. We need to get him a gold star.
Whose husband was that?
That was Elizabeth Cabrera's husband.
Elizabeth, let me know what your husband's called. I feel like we need to give him a shout out. We are feeling a little bit of the husband love for Elizabeth's husband, guys. Mwah. Yes, thank you. She needs encouragement like that. That's a good suggestion. Did you say I could go through the concept suite again?
Yeah, let's have a look at those.
Right, and someone was asking about, oh yeah, how you would use it over the edge. Let me show you all of that, right? This is a dome-fronted card, guys, where we're going to bring it in from the edges of your cards and again, layer them up in different colours. This is just very, very simple, doing them in different colours and layering them across the front of your card. This one is where we do a fold back. So that was the card style that I showed you. So it was a half, score it in half again, fold back, do one on one side, one on the other. This one here is if we do a 10 fold, so you fold 6x6 10 fold, cut away part of the front, cut away part of the back and layer up your different designs. This one's a Z fold card. You can go back and watch me demoing this from earlier this morning in Wake Up Call, okay? I also did a card that was this sort of style in Wake Up Call, which just looked amazing, I thought. This is one that I loved. I'm totally borrowing this idea, okay? Cutting into the inside of your card as well. And for some reason, this die just lends itself so well to that. To be honest, the middle size on any of these die packs would do this.
I think it's those perforations that run all the way down it.
Does look good, doesn't it?
Really professional, doesn't it?
Really professional. Then, now this here is where we've done it over a stepper card, right? So can you see, there's your stepper. And all you do is you cut the die so that the edges of the die start in line with the fold, so that when it folds up, and what you would do is you would mark in pencil across the middle, not cut it, not score it. Line this up, cut it, and then score the edges so that it folds over. So that's how you would do it on a fold, on a 10th fold card. A stepper card. This is if you're wanting to cut the front and the back of the card. We didn't have a name for this one, Joe, did we not? We just concluded that we really liked it. This is the one I'm going to do for you in my next demonstration. I'm going to get ready for that in a little bit. I love these ones where you have a little bit of floating in the middle.
Nice.
They really look professional. Gatefold, this is a regular gatefold where it's going to meet in the middle, cut down your edges. I obviously did a fold back gatefold for the last one. Easel cards. That is the first one. Now that is what inspired me. Look how different it looks when you do it just in a different set of the dies and you start and bring some of your coloured cardstocks in. But I was inspired. This idea came from me seeing this card. So when I get all my prep ready for the show, I look at what we've done in the concept suites and I say, right, which ones do I want to do and how do I want to do them? Love that. This is nice and simple, where we've just done a fold and layered all of the pieces up. This one is back over the step again. Someone was asking, so can you see? Full sheet of card, put your pencil marks on, lie your die on. Once it's cut, score the sides, and then that'll fold and give you the cut over the top. That's your favourite one as well.
I love that.
Really professional.
Really love it.
Do it into a, look at this. So this is a score line. So you draw the pencil mark on in the diagonal, lie your die cut on, that'll cut around, then your twisted easel has that little bit sticking up. I mean, how professional do they look, Joe? They're just fabulous,
amazing.
aren't they?
Absolutely amazing. So busy on this at the moment. Loads of you choosing to order right now and get all three of those free gifts. Connie's made me laugh. She says, I cannot put on here what my husband says when he sees my craft room. I love that.
Well, just keep quiet there, guys. I would like to see that, though.
Yeah. Elizabeth says, thank you. My husband's name is Raphael. What a gorgeous name.
Raphael, we are sending the love for Raphael.
He supports everything I do. He sure is a blessing to me. How sweet. Right, I want to move on and show you these. It is our tape pens, but you're not just getting a couple of these. Oh, no, you're going to get 12 of them in this configuration. And what's brilliant is we can give you a really great saving because you're kind of bulk buying them, which is awesome. So go for the box of 12 and you'll get a saving of $17.88 or $31.38. That's incredible value. Your platinum price here, £24 or $42. If you've used other tape pens before and been underwhelmed, forget what you know about tape pens and give these a try, because the adhesive in here is super strong and you've got 22 meters on there, which is 72 feet if you prefer that in old money. Brilliant deal on those. Make sure you're snapping that up. And also what I would say is if you want to restock on anything, you know, adhesives, cardstock, scissors, tools, maybe you're buying, you know, blades for your craft knives, replacement head for your die brush tool, now's the time to stock up on all of those things. Whilst you've got the double points, whilst you've got the free gifts, and also all the deals that are running over on the website at the moment. So make sure you are grabbing what you need. We are going to move back to some glorious new embossing folders that just launched. You guys have loved these. They sold out yesterday. The previous configuration that we had on these went in the show yesterday. We have got a final deal. You can see it all in capitals, so you know we mean business as well, is what I'd say. Let me take you through the designs that you're going to get. I love this because we've taken kind of like a conventional size embossing folder, I've given you two designs and split it down the middle. So you can either put the two together, do like a triptych style card. You could do a triptych style card of the same image if you wanted to. And then what you've got in there is all of your different designs. So that one's Woodland Splendor, which I absolutely love. So we've got those lovely big leaves and that gorgeous tree there. Then there's this one. This one here is your Bloom and Grow, which I just think is stunning. Really lovely deep emboss on this as well. You'll see when you get these home just how many different layers there are to that embossing. That is your Decorative Swirls, a slightly more floral one of the two there. Vintage Swirls is that one. That's got a kind of like a retro, kind of a cool 70s vibe to it almost, that one, which I love. Then we've got your textured knits, very organic, those ones. Your traditional textiles. I think this one might be my favourite, you know. And that almost looks, when you see it on screen, it looks like parquet floor, doesn't it? But when you see it up close, it's like woven. It's really, really cool. That next one there, that is your classic damask that you've got. Really brilliant classic imagery there. Then you've got your garden beauty. So you've got your schmetterlings, those gorgeous butterflies, and some wonderful roses in there. These are your beautiful blooms, more florals for you, and your timeless tiles with that beautiful clamshell design and this sort of slightly abstract one in there too. $59.90 or $79.50. That's under £6 per set. You know what that means, don't you? It's under £3 an embossing folder, which is amazing value for money. And not only that, ta-da, you will also get this, a free gilding wax. This is your silver gilding wax that you've got, which is, it's often not in stock, this. So it's really cool that we're giving you that as your freebie here with over a 15% saving, which is awesome. Make sure you get these in your basket and get them checked out. Very busy here. I love this concept, Sarah. So like I kind of think of it as like one embossing folder, but we split it down so you can do even more things with it.
Oh, it's brilliant. And do you know what? I've had loads of people asking about techniques on these, and a lot of people asked about the letterpress technique and how you do the letterpress technique. So let me just show you. I'm going to work with the classic damasks here, Joe, right? Just because it's one of the ones I haven't had out yet. And do you know, I love them both. You've got more of a detailed one and then more of an ornate one, but they're both going to work just as well. So what you do is you get your embossing folder out and you'll feel one edge is raised, so it's embossed, one edge is sunk, it's debossed.
Excellent.
You want the debossed side and you want to get a nice light colour of ink, right? So I'm working with a little bit of sandstone here.
Do you think it's worth marking these when you get them home, Sarah? If you get confused with like fronts and backs?
I'll just have a little feel of them, to be honest. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'll just remember that we put the Gemini on the back.
Ah, excellent.
Right, so it's a good way to remember. And apparently Leanne always does the same. She always puts the Gemini on the back. I like to always feel it though, just to make sure I've got it exactly right, okay? So look at that, you can see that we've got that colour in there now. And then when I pop this through, now here's the choice. You can either if I just stick that through on its own, that's one thing, right? If I stick it through with an extra little bit of card, what it's going to do is it's going to shim it up and make it a bit more detailed, right? So I'm going to send in an extra sheet of card with it, which means that we get a more detailed emboss, right? You can see there, I mean, I've really pushed that. Look how it's wiggled up, that card, right? But if I take that now, always trim it afterwards. So can you see there? I'm now trimming it afterwards to where we've got the letterpress, because that was around the embossing, right? Fantastic. Really easy technique to do this, okay?
If you do get a little bit of warping in your project, is there anything you can do to correct that, Sarah?
A little bit of warping. I just correct it when I stick it on the front of the card.
Brilliant.
Yeah, doesn't bother me at all. Now watch this. I'm going to come in with a darker shade now, right? And I'm just going to use a little bit of colour, right? And I'm going to take a little bit of colour and I'm going to add that Fryer brown around the outside, okay? So picking up the ink, and watch this, just deepening around the outside like this. So what I've done is I've used two browns. So I've used sandstone in the background, and then I'm using Fryer brown to give depth around the outside so that they're both within the same colour family, right? But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up with a little bit of the shimmer ink pads as well. So I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer into here on the raised emboss. So the letterpress technique gives you colour in the background, right? And the raised bit is going to give you a different colour. So let's have a little look. Let's bring in that peach. Let's use that lovely peach because I loved it on the last one, right? Now, I'm going to pick up the peach on the top, right? And then just ever so gently, yes, now you see it'll just pick up the emboss.
There's
Look at how incredible
less
that
than
looks.
60 so of those shimmer ink pads to go around now.
And when they've gone, guys, that's not us making you another new bundle and you get different freebies in it this time or whatever. That is the ink pads now gone. Okay, so if you really, really want this, you're really going to have to think about getting it because the last of the year. In fact, to be honest, they're probably not going to make it through tomorrow. So today will be your last day to get them, I would say.
CJ Papercraft says, do you know if the lowest bag will hold 12 by 12 paper pads? It will. You'll get loads of 12 by 12 paper pads in there. Tess says, I just love how much Crafts Companion is being so generous. It helps all the people that are just starting and have limited budgets. It is the kindest thing. Rachel says here as well, you've been extremely generous this week, Sarah, with all the freebies, so thank you.
It's birthday week. Don't be expecting this the rest of the year through, guys, though. We only do this on birthday week. Look at that panel, Joe. I'm not being funny, right? But and it's layering, right? It's bringing a bit at a time and adding those layers on top of each other to add. Don't try and go and do too much at once. We put the sandstone in the background. We then build up with the Fryer brown around the outside. We use that ink. How incredible does that look now? Lovely, like aged embossed panel on the front of your card. Love that sort of technique.
And again, if you could do that in different colour, couldn't you? Or maybe emboss that onto some matte mirror card, and it's going to look completely different.
I was just feeling I wanted to recreate that.
Yeah,
Use the front of the projects. I mean, honestly, I also did the same. I made this card yesterday on yesterday's wake-up call, and I was just inspired by the one on the front. Now, this one here, I used a little bit of gold gilding wax on it. I used blue in the background. I brought the purple around the outside. But I'm going to show you all the cards, right? That is the same embossing folder, but used without the colour on the background. So only picking up the lifted bits. Exactly the same. Look, same here. Totally different look, isn't it? Same card, with just two different looks, okay? Now, the one that Debbie did, I love this, was that one there, okay? Then you've also got, if I go through all of these, there's the leaves just on the front of the card. You've got those gorgeous butterflies on there. That one there, by the way.
That's stunning, isn't it?
That, to do that technique that I taught you where you'd go to emboss it and then add over. Can you remember I was doing it before? I don't remember where I put it. Can we do a little bit? I'm going to keep it there. I've embossed one. I'm going to show you it in just a second, right? These are all the different ones. That's the one that I was feeling inspired by there, that you're going to use. Any of these lend themselves beautifully well to working with all of that, right? So use all of the, that's the one that I'm going to use. There's your nice special effect ones in the background. There's that one that I was just showing you, and then some swirls in the end. You're getting all of them, you're not choosing. What I was showing people, what I loved with this one, okay, is you can bring in that tri-blend or your tri-colours, right? Any of those, you're going to come in, and you're going to come in with the lightest shade, first of all over the front, Joe, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to use your darkest colour and you're going to just tip around the edges. Now you can do this with any of your tri-blends at all, right? The brush tip ones are going to work a little bit better, guys. But as long as you've got colours that blend together, doesn't matter if it's 3 colours from the same family or different families, as long as they're all from one pen, you know they're going to blend seamlessly, right? Once you've gone in with the dark, you jump down to the medium one, and we've built all of the new tri-colours as well to work in the same way, where you've got the dark, the medium and the light, and we're going to blend them through. And then you come back over with your lightest one and just blend everything, okay? And what you'll find is, as the colour, as the alcohol in it starts to evaporate, so I might force a little bit of evaporation here with my heat gun, right? So as the colour starts to evaporate, the alcohol starts to evaporate, you'll be left with just the colour on the top there. So look at that now, right?
It transforms, doesn't it?
Now we've just got that little tip of colour. And I'm going to get out George to show it to the close-up camera so that we can have a good little look here. George on cameras today, guys, keep us right. Look at that. Now, it's when you get really close, you start to appreciate just how incredible those 3D panels are, right? I mean, there you go. I mean, look at that.
Look at that.
You would never achieve that. And I'm just going to do a little bit of bragging rights here, right? Go and look at any other company's embossing folders. You show me any other company who can create 3D embossing folders that capture flowers in real life like that. You show me them, because I've never found anybody who comes even close to doing something like this, Joe.
They are amazing, absolutely incredible. And do you know what the thing that blows me away? It's the value. You're looking at about £3 a folder here. That's before you have thought about your Club Inspire discount too. So brilliant, brilliant value for money. A couple of different ideas coming in on how you could use these. Pam says, hi Joe, hi all. If I had these embossing folders, I'd cut them into squares and then use them as patchwork on my cards with different patterns. I think that'd be really pretty. I think you're right, Pam. I think that'd be gorgeous. I love the panel embossing folders. Miriam loves them. Mary loves them. Joanne, Sarah, has got a sewing room and a craft room. But we're like two separate rooms. But wait, it gets better. It says my sewing room is in the back of my house, overlooks a wooded area. Any given day there can be deer walking around and feeding. Such a calming view. And then all my card supplies are in another room. That sounds glorious. It really does, Joanne. Let me take you back through the designs that you are getting in here. These are available individually. Everyone pretty much going for that big collection. So you're going to get the Woodland Splendour, the Bloom and Grow, decorative swirls, vintage swirls, textured knits there, traditional textiles, classic damask. Here you've got the Garden Beauties. That there is your beautiful blooms. And you've also got timeless tiles there as well. $59.90 or $79.50 is your price on all of those. Platinum members looking at under £48, under $64. Right, we're going to take a quick break, give you an opportunity to get those baskets checked out. That's my favourite piece of video. Should we have a look at some of those crafty fails?
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Joe's laughing. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Oh, Joe.
Words, but I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong.
Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry, yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkle ink, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
Went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami.
I've got some.
Oh, it's not on your project, is it?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
We do create every day, don't we? Mayhem, lols, sometimes we even make some cards as well. I mean, it's a brilliantly busy day here today on Crafters TV, as it has been every day for the last week or so, because we are in the midst of the most special time of the year here at Crafters Companion and here at Crafters TV, of course, our birthday celebrations. Remember, you are getting free gifts as well. You spend 10, 40 left with the freeze. Well, I've got to get on with it. I think that's Johnny's way of trying to move me along a bit quicker, Sara, you know, before it all goes. Let me show you what you're getting then. Flowers and swirls is what you're going to get in here. A couple of ideas of the sort of things that you can do with these. Then you've also got your sensational scallops there. Absolutely stunning. This next one, that is your modern mosaic. It is my favourite, that one. I'm going to level with you. This one here is your Edwardian chic. I love that card that Sara created in the earlier show today. Next up, and then another idea, completely different to that previous project. Next here we have the Elegant Opulence, and that one there, of course, a little bit of a matte layer, very simple but stunning because the dies are doing all of the work for you. Pretty lace there as well. That is an absolute showstopper, isn't it? $89.94, $101.70. Now that gets you the dies. And that's what you same price you'd pay if you bought them individually. They are all available individually. However, don't do that. No, because the next 40 people, was it, that get this in their basket and get it checked out, what they're going to get is they are going to get the 12 by 12 paper pad. Amazing. This, on its own, this paper pad is worth $16.99 or $19.95. How much are you paying for it? Nada, nish, nothing. It's coming in there included for you. The vellums that you've got in here, which match the paper pad, these are stunning. Now these, $14.99 or, $12.99 or $14.95. Have a guess how much you're paying for them? Absolutely no pennies whatsoever. Now, the bit that we are really short on is this, the gorgeous luxury linen cardstock. This, $14.99 or $19.95 is what this is worth. How many do we have, Johnny? There's 39 people that can check out. We'll guarantee to get that. When this goes, we've still got the vellum, we'll still include that for you. Still got the 12 by 12. We've got plenty of the edgeables, but what you won't get is the luxury cardstock, which is worth £15 or $20. So I want you to get the best value you possibly can. Platinum members, $71.95, $81.36, double points. Don't forget we're going to have that another winner as well before the end of this show. Absolutely brilliant. Such an exciting time to shop here, isn't it, birthday at Crafters TV?
It is. I can tell you now, November, it's going to feel very flat. Because we're going back to normal, guys, and I just think normal for us is still absolutely amazing. It's just not showstopper deal on everything. It's not get this free and this free and this free and we'll give you some bonus points and we'll give you double points. Oh, there's free gifts on today. And we don't dance like this. You know, literally, we only do that stuff in birthday. That's why we spend the whole of the rest of the year talking about the fact that birthday is the biggest time of year to shop. I know those of you who've been with us for a few years, you knew what to expect this time. You were all gearing up for it. This is literally, there's a reason it only happens once a year.
Well, Simon would go mad, that's why. Can you imagine?
Can't do it all the time. Can't do it all the time. Are you ready for another demo, guys?
We can't, yeah, absolutely.
Right, brilliant. So, I wanted to do a take on one of the cards that I showed you in the concept suite. Now, this is the one. I love to work with acetate, right? Because I love the illusion of things floating. Now, we've got some acetate on the shore, and it's a nice construction acetate, which means it's nice and strong, so it's a heavyweight based one. So that's the one I would recommend you use for this. Now, look what I've done. I've started, we're going to put it at the bottom of the screen apparently for you, right?
Ooh, here it comes.
I've started this, so I've started a piece of A4. I've actually folded this to 7 inches long, right? So 7 inches long and folded over at the top. So the card base is going to be a 5 by 7, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my edgeable into the front of here. Now I'm using the Pretty Lace. The Pretty Lace ones in particular, this die is a lovely big size. So can you see if I cut this down here, and I lie this on their jaw. Notice every time I'm using my tape, right, the tendency is to just go and stick the tape there. Don't do it because this is the bit that stays connected. So I want you to stick the tape on this bit down here, right? So we open that up. I'm going to lie that into the base of my card on a slight jaunty angle, remember, then it's not cutting all at once. I'm going to put all the pieces on, send that through the Gemini machine, and it'll cut beautifully well. Now, a lot of people were asking if you could use the MIDI. Absolutely. I would have been using the MIDI in this show had we not sold out of them, and it's been taken away from my desk. So, but yes, they will work with all of our different machines, right? Now, look at this here. So if I lift this out, that is why, look at that clean lift out there. That is why you're going to use these on a slight jaunty angle so that they're not cutting too much altogether, right? Now, look at the acetate. What I've done is I've just used a little bit of red liner tape on the top and the bottom, and I've cut the acetate to the exact same size card as what the base is, right? So all you're going to do is you're going to lie this over here now. We're going to line all of this up perfectly well with the base of the card. Then if you want it to stick really professionally, you're going to put a little bit of your dotty tape on here. This is why you need both of the types of tape pens, guys, right? Your dotty tape does this, and I can then go with my straight tape for these bits, but I've got the red liner on there for that really, really professional stick, right? So that goes down there. And that is going to stick absolutely beautifully, right? Then on the bottom piece here, I've done another one of those white ones where I've just cut it again, and I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to stick my dotty straight tape pen down here, right? I'm going with the dotty all the way over the edge here, but I'm going to lie that up on the bottom so that that strengthens the base of the card. So that now, whether you want to do the card as a tent fold like this, right, or whether you want to do it as a side fold like this, you've got that illusion of the floating piece in the middle. Isn't that really clever?
That's very clever.
Now, all I'm going to do is I've actually used some of the cardstock that we've got. So look at this. I'm going to use a couple of bits of the red, and I've got a couple of little bits of the green as well. And I'm going to take some of that cardstock, pop the die bits out of here, and I'm going to cut this into the red. Oh, I'm going to need me pokey tool here, Jo. She says I've put my pokey tool down somewhere. I've got so much stuff here. Let's have a little look. I'll go the Sara way.
Luxury linen cardstock.
There you go, that's done it.
This luxury linen cardstock, you might not naturally select these colours to go together, I think, if you were just, looking for your stash, Sarah.
A lot of people say that.
So well.
They are beautiful, beautiful colours, really gorgeous colours, Jo. I'm just going to tell you when you start going.
Sarah.
Is that all we've got?
96.
I can't magic any more of that linen cardstock out of thin air, guys, right? I'm just going to remind you again, the 36 isn't the panic. We've got plenty of the dies. We're not so naive as to not bring in enough dies for a big new launch like this. We were expecting it to be big. Let me just tell you, it has lived up to expectations, okay? What we're going to run out of, because we didn't buy this in specifically for this launch, this is just what we had available in the warehouse, is when I wanted to add in those extra country lane pieces, right? We added in that extra 12 by 12, the vellum and the linen cardstock. Now they said to me, we haven't got enough linen cardstock, so do you want to just not put the linen cardstock in? And I said, well, no, why don't we just let the first so many people get the linen cardstock? So it did limit us to only being able to do a couple of hundred. However, I'd rather a few hundred of you got it than nobody got it. Look at this there. I'm going to slightly off-centre and shadow this, Joe. I've got a couple of these, so I'm going to stick these two on there now and just, I don't know whether to slightly shadow them down or up. See, they might shadow them down, but I'm going to go into my own little cut and sticking world now, Joe.
No worries whatsoever. Sarah, has the slow boat from China shown any signs of bringing the dotty tape pens?
Do you know,
Sandra, any idea?
I don't know when they're due. It shouldn't be too long though. We've always got them on order. It's just a case of how soon. We were hoping to have them for birthday week, and obviously they're not here. But they shouldn't be too long, I would hope, guys. That's all I'm going to say. I'll check with Simon if you want, let you know when I'm in tomorrow.
Someone's saying here in the comments as well, loving this. Who is it? Rage said it takes me about a year to save up for birthday. Well, handy that, because after the event ends, you've got about a year again until we do it. It is the sort of pinnacle of the calendar, isn't it, here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion? It's the biggest event we do, Sarah.
It really is, and I know a lot of you have been saving up, you've been waiting. I really just hope that the launches we've done have not disappointed.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have absolutely loved this one again today. I can't keep up with all the ideas, says Crafty Angie. Just when I decide what I'm going to make, someone comes up with another idea. I am overwhelmed. The good thing is, Crafty Angie, you don't need to decide now, because you can come and watch this back anytime you like. You can pause it, rewind it, speed it up. You can mute us as well if you want to. You can do whatever you like and watch it back whenever you wish, which is always brilliant. So you'll be able to get all those ideas again.
Right, let's have a little look. I'm going to add this onto the bottom down here.
Is this the Edwardian chic you're using here, Sarah?
This one here?
Yeah.
This is the Pretty Lace.
Pretty Lace, gorgeous.
Pretty Lace. To be honest though, you need to just get them all out. And also, yes, they work in their threes, but they also work really, really well as individuals. So please don't feel like you can only use a Pretty Lace with a Pretty Lace. You can mix and match and use them however you want. Do you know, I quite like that on the side. I think I'm going to use this as the side fold one, which is not how I'd planned to do this. Look at that there, yes. Now, this absolutely looks bare until we give it a little bit of a metallic shimmer around the outside, doesn't it? And I'm going to go with my, let's just get a little bit of that gilding off here. I'm just going to add that round with a mix of the colours. Because I'm using the blue tone one that I've got, but I'm putting more green on, and it just gives you that like you can see it coming off on the mat, can't you? Like a two-tone effect, Joe.
It's really stunning, isn't it? And I would say, as echoed as well by the comments earlier, Sarah, yes, they look brilliant on screen. Wait till you see them when you get them home. I think there's something about the lustre that's within there that it really pops when you see it in natural light. You're going to absolutely adore it. I know we're running low though on those shimmering pads. So if you do want them, if they are in your cart, please do think about checking them out. Also remember, another show coming up a little later. Myself and Craig will be here in a couple of hours' time for Beautiful Beginnings. So that one show where we take it a little bit more back to basics for you. It's coming up at 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. So make sure you come and join both of us for that. It's going to be an awesome show. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a revisit of some of the stuff from earlier in the day. And we've got some really great deals on there too.
I think, do you know what, that's going to be a lovely show. That I really like this idea that all the people who are brand new to all of this have one place in the week that they can go to where we really kind of explain everything to them, and there's no such thing as a silly question. I did the show last week and absolutely loved doing that one. So yes, so please come and join Craig. He'll have his take this week, and you can see what he makes of it all, what he's got on tonight. Right, let's have a little look. I did have a bow, but I've lost my bow, so I think we'll just go with that. Doesn't that look lovely there, Joe?
Looks beautiful.
And it was nice and simple, that one as well, wasn't it?
Really, really stunning. You say it's nice and simple, but it looks so effective. It is
They all
such a
do.
wow card.
Everyone, oh, I've got a butterfly. Every one of them is going to look that effective, Joe. I think that's the difference. It's all about having, I think I'll pop it up here. It's all about having that depth in the trio. Now, I've only actually used 2 of the dyes there. However, you've still got the depth by layering up the different designs and shadowing them. I love the idea of shadowing them in different colours.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Make sure you're getting your hands on yours. I need to tell you, the winner, it's Cork 29, Neuen Swansig for our German viewers. That is Connie Pelt. Connie Pelt, you are the winner. It is going, oh, I've never been great at throwing, right, guys, but I think we might have taken the biscuit. I think that might have been the worst throw in the history of ever. There we go. Got it. I managed to miss it from there. Don't know how. You, Connie, will be winning a £25 goodie bag and a £25 voucher. That's coming out to you. And you've won yourself a coveted spot in that amazing grand prize draw, which will be taking place on Sunday. I'm guessing that'll be in the last show of the day with you on Sunday, will it, Sarah?
Oh, it will indeed. I tell you what, Sunday is going to be a good day. It's going to be a sad day because it's going to be the end of birthday. It's going to be a good day with all these big things going on in the show.
Absolutely. £250 worth of amazing products. One of you's going to win. Plus also a £250 voucher as well, which is amazing. It really, really is. Sue's loved all the launches. Laurie says your cards have all been fantastic today, Sarah. It's so exciting that I'll be able to recreate these when I get my hands on my edgeables when they arrive. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is the idea. I've just found my little bow, so I'm adding it to the bottom. In fact, I'm going to add it over to there. Oh, isn't that... I'm loving that. Do you know, I love the simplicity of that as well, actually. There you go, simplicity of it. Right, can I just run through them concepts again, Joe? Is that all right?
Oh, yes, please.
Right, last time going through the concept, guys. So, this is the one. Make a note of where we are in the show so that when you get these back, you can come back and watch this, OK? So, we've got the dome fronted with your acetate. Fabulous looking there, right? Then, the one that I'm going to be doing when I get this home is when I've got time at home to do these, I'm going to be cutting through the front and back. And I think these dies, probably more so than any other dies that we've ever done, lend themselves to that. They are like an edgeable punch, I think is the easiest way to think about it. Now, this here is where we've got the design on the front. This is a little bit like that card I was showing you in Wake Up Call. I think that looks really, really effective. You've got your fold back on the Z fold. They work perfectly well. You've got your tent fold. You've got the tent fold where you would take it. Now that cuts over the front here, you see, and then you've got the middle one is just a matten layer and the back one cuts into the back. This is your fold back card, so if you want to go slightly different and do a fold back into there. We've got here just regular half fold, but all we've done with that one is layered up all 3 of them on there. I think that really does show you how effective all of these dies are, doesn't it, Joe?
It really does. I mean, even in black and white, they're so incredibly effective.
Oh, yeah, and to me, this is the inspiration for me. This is the one that I get excited about. So this is the first thing we have done. When Leanne finishes the design with her team on these, they go to one of our professionals and they build out, this is what's called the concept suite. And the concept suite is what we use to convey the concept of the dies to the rest of the business. So then that goes off to all of our marketing team, all of the sales teams get sight of these, all of our professional demonstrators get to see these so that we can get all of our ideas for how we do our show prep for all of the shows. Our designers who are making cards get sent these so that they can see what the concept was behind each one of the developments so that they can understand and how to communicate that in all of the different card samples that we do. So, for example, where I was just showing you there, that lovely, easel card, that is what inspired me to do that demonstration that we had first on this show. And it's just, I mean, they look nothing alike, do they not? Because it's a completely different die, and we've used a totally different colour of cardstock or whatever. However, that is the concept that I borrowed and used to build into that card. Amazing. And this is what I want you to do. We show you these concept suites so that you can then use all of our ideas and add your own cardstock, your own designs, however you like to do them. You can build all of them into whatever it is you're designing. Now imagine getting these home and getting ready for the craft along. I mean, the craft along on these, I do wonder, you know, if a craft along on these might be a good idea to make our own little mini concept suite each. That might be the best way to learn the most number of cards. You let us know in the comments what you want. If there's something specific you want in the craft along, let us know. We can get that arranged now.
Absolutely. You guys are loving this launch. You really are. I'm going to go for some other bits for you in a minute. Michelle says, Sarah, you could never disappoint us. I've been devoted to Crafters Companion since early 2020. When you and Joe showed such loyalty to your customers and kept us sane during the lockdowns.
We
I
kept
will
each
never
other sane. You
forget.
guys and us, didn't they, Joe? They kept us as sane as what we kept you.
I think we were definitely all in it together, weren't we? It's quite funny, if you look back at any of those shows recently, there was the lockdown love handles, we had the lockdown locks going on. Like, it was a really, looking back, it was a moment, wasn't it? A moment in time, let's say. No, but yeah, you definitely kept us as sane as we kept you sane as well, I would say. Connie says she can't believe she's won. Yes, you have. Joy says, Sarah, you have gone crazy for us today with your incredible out of the park talent and energy level. So thank you. You're more than welcome. Joy, let me show you some of the other stuff that is on the show. This next item, you're going to be seeing this a little bit later today. £35 or $50 here on these. Look at the saving. You're saving more than you're spending on that, which I think is brilliant. £28 or $40 as a platinum member. Let's move on. We've also got the framed floral creator card die selection. That's another tricky one for me, that. Framed floral, £35 or $45. £30 or $38 you are saving there. You got lots in there, haven't you? 3 massive dies in there. Low tack tape pen, pokey tools, and some gorgeous Centura Pearl. I love that. Oh, fancy sentiments. So these are always popular when you see these. Rocker blocks and also some low tack tape there too. £32 or $44 if you are a platinum member. Right, Johnny, how are we doing on the stock for those ink pads? 38.
If there's only 38 left, I'm going to be a bit cheeky here. It's might be the last time to show the technique book. Is it all right to get the technique book in, Joe? Right? So I'm just going to show you the 6 colours that we've got, guys. When these have gone, that is the last of these until the slow boat from China comes in. We have to make them before we can ship them as well, right? So you're going to get the Frosty Mist, okay? You're also going to get the Peach Rose in there. We've got the Amethyst, which is that lovely deep purple. There's Tropical Blue. There is Starlit Sky, and then we also have the Raspberry. It's the Raspberry that's going to sell the bundle out, guys, okay? So I don't know if it's been disabled individually, it probably has been. But once they are gone, that is that until the next shipment of those ink pads, which is not due for months and months and months, okay? Now, this is just one card that Leanne did on one of her shows, I think, just shows you so many different techniques. So creating your own wash backgrounds, stamping with them and dragging the colours out, doing your splodgy technique backgrounds on here, using them to colour up and ink things. But in that swatch book, and I mean, even the one that I did today, I just like making my own cardstock and then running them through the embossing folders. But all of these, that is your background wash that's been blended with a brush there. I just go straight on with the ink pads and go for it. Because they're water-based, you can bleach with them, Joe, so you can spritz your water over and then pick the colour back out.
Cool, isn't it? That's my favourite one.
Do you like that one? So all you do with that is you drop the wet colour onto your paper, right? So you get it with the paper, you drop it on and then spritz it a little bit and then heat it off with your heat gun, right? That is through a stencil. Seen Leanne doing that. If you go back and watch the shows, letterpress technique with them if you want to go on a letterpress with them. You've got here creating custom colours, so obviously blue and yellow is going to make a nice shade of green on there. As I keep going through, what else have we got? Oh yes, where you drop the salt on, wait for it to dry. Look at the way that catches the light as well, guys. That's what I love to do, blending the colour over once it's been embossed. That is if you stamp and then you want to draw the colour out. We've got one in here as well where you stamp and spritz it, right? That is if you, look at that one there, right? Just painting with them. They're gorgeous just to paint with as well.
Isn't it?
So many different techniques you can do with all of these guys. Oh, that is. So if you want to stamp and then do all of your colouring. So that's been just stamped with one of these ink pads and then coloured over with your alcohol pens. Loads and loads of different techniques, even just stamping with them. They're going to be lovely to stamp with.
I was blown away the fact that you could stamp sentiments with them.
Stamp sentiments. Yeah, just think. So everything you can do with our Midas ink pads, everything you can do with our water reactive ink pads, and they are pigment based. So you can even apply heat gun over the top of them as well. I wanted to show you this because this is probably the last time we're going to get to look at these, okay? How many did Johnny say was left? 36. 36 sets, right? So if you've been thinking about it all week and you're sitting on the fence, there are 36 left. Do you know how many hundreds of people are shopping our website right this second? It's birthday week. It's about 5 times more than normal, right? If you want them, you kind of get the heads up from watching Crafters TV. You need to get them checked out. If you want the bundle that we've had on today that's got those lovely lace edgeables in, we've got plenty of lace edgeables. Do not worry about that. We'll be up with them all week. We've got masterclasses coming in, everything. However, the birthday bundle that gets you the 12x12, the linen cardstock, the vellum, that is only while we have stocks available. That was the deal that we were featuring mainly in the show. I'm so pleased it's made it through to the end of the show, but we were down to just over 30. I think it was like 36, 37 of those, something like that, were left. That's all we have left in unchecked out baskets. Now, a lot of people check out between the shows, so I'm just warning you now, that is your last chance to get hold of that one, isn't it, Joe?
It really, really is. Make sure you get a hold of it with all of the freebies, because remember, if you get it now, we're going to give you the linen cast and the 12x12 and the vellum as well, which is glorious. We still have enough stock of all the other bits, but if you want the best value, you need to get it now. You need to get it checked out as well. When are you back with us, Sarah?
Tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow morning on Wake Up Call. Now, tomorrow, I'm not just going to say it straight, cartload day on a Thursday, right? Sarah's in, which means it's an official Sara cartload. It is going to be epic. Now, I would say, those of you in California, some people are actually staying up and waiting till the cartload poll goes live. And then also, so we'll put that cartload poll live as soon as my team wake up and get into work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be midnight for those of you who are watching over in California. But we will be previewing everything on Wake Up Call. So if you're wanting to shop the biggest deals of the whole birthday event, you know that is my cartload. That's what's coming up tomorrow afternoon. Those will be alive tomorrow, and tune in the Wake Up Call. You'll see what the free gift is tomorrow. See where the bonus points are going to be. Get the heads up on all the best deals.
Absolutely. That's all happening tomorrow, 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast, 3 a.m. West Coast. But there's another show to go before that. Myself and Craig are back with you, 6 p.m. So it's 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. Beautiful beginnings, some new deals as well. We might revisit some of the, the most popular bits from the last few days as well.
I've seen what Craig's got planned for that show, and it's going to be a brilliant show, so do not go anywhere, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Don't forget to check out those bar sits. Massive thanks to you, Sarah. Massive thanks to all of you guys, of course, at home. We will see you back here in a couple of hours' time. Take care.